So, good morning to Geraldine and good evening to John. How are we all today? So, today I'm going to be talking about relationships and IBS. How the IBS, Crohn's, colitis, diverticulitis is actually affecting more than just the individual that's suffering with it. So, here's the 4 topics I'm going to be talking about when it comes to relationships and IBS. So, are you in a relationship with your IBS or with your partner? You, IBS, and your partner, partner's views and learning curves, and the readjustment of life. Will it make or break your relationship? So before I go on, I'd like to tell you about our IBS Hypnosis Live events. We've run 5 massive events across Australia with high success rates. We've trained over 150 hypnotherapists in the IBS hypnosis protocol, and we were approached by the Australian Hypnotherapists Association and asked that if they could recognise us for 10 CPD points. We've released the IBS hypnosis protocol online also to reach people outside of Australia, and we are expanding to bring the protocol to New Zealand in November. So if you are coming to Melbourne and you are attending our event, please get in. We are 3 weeks away as of Saturday. Super pumped, super excited, all ready to go. So we've got some great new content this year. We'll be talking about the identities of IBS, and we'll also be talking about children and IBS. So everybody will be receiving all that bonus stuff this year. If you're coming to Adelaide, Sydney, Perth nearly sold out. Brisbane started selling, New Zealand started selling. If you'd like to get in on those events, please jump onto the website now. Payment plans start from $40 and we will sell out. It's just that simple. So the sooner you get your payment plan started, the longer you can take the payment for. So that way it works out cheaper per month for you. Now, we don't charge extra for you to be on a payment plan because we need more gut-directed hypnotherapists out in the industry helping people with this problem. 1 in 5 Australians are suffering from this and it's getting worse. So please, if you want to become a gut-directed hypnotherapist, jump onto the course, join us in our live events. We would love to have you there. So here we go. Are you in a relationship with your IBS or your partner? The problem with IBS sufferers is that they take on the identity of IBS. So once the label is in place, they can shift themselves into this identity that's, let's just admit it here. It's a pretty shitty identity. It's just that simple. So they shift themselves into that identity, and many sufferers actually forget that there's so much more than their IBS. They've also sub-labeled it into micro-identities now, which is IBS-D, IBS-C, and IBS-M. So not only do they have IBS, but now they have a particular form of IBS as well. So that is amplifying the problem as well. So they focus on the IBS and they give it all the power rather than focusing on their partner or enhancing their own support system, leading to the support system breaking down, stress, and more IBS attacks. It ends up being this vicious circle that just goes around and around and around. So you, IBS, and your partner. 2's company, 3's a crowd. And this is a shitty 3's a crowd scenario. As a sufferer of IBS, it's not just you that's being hurt here. Your partner has to adapt to the sudden needs for you to use the toilet. I've had those clients in who have defecated themselves in public with their partner. They have accidental gas slips and embarrassments, and that sometimes that gas can just linger around for ages. I remember coming across one particular lady who just met this guy that she was really, really keen on, and apparently she went to the local grocery store. She passed gas and kept on walking. Then her partner walked into it, and there was a lady stacking the shelves, and the lady stacking the shelves turned around, looked at her partner with the most disgusting look on her face, and this guy just got so embarrassed that he basically said to the lady, look, we can't do this. So it broke the relationship up because this woman had chronic, extremely smelly farts that were lingering that she couldn't control. So, she was keen on this guy. They were working on a relationship. And because of that one incident that had sheer embarrassment for him, he could see his future and he went, nah, I can't do this. So, you're in a relationship with a third party here and it's causing bigger problems. So even adapting to knowledge that you may not have to make the toilet or someone to check on you. There was one particular lady that I came upon that she just could not control herself, and then he said that he was no longer attracted to her because she had to wear the panty liners all the time. So that broke down the relationship as well. And a massive twist of karma was about 5 or 6 years later, he was actually in a car accident and ended up with an ileostomy bag. And it wasn't until then that he understood what it was that his previous wife was going through. So the partner can take on a nursing role for something that has no medication, no scientific explanation. And this is a big thing to take on. That's another identity that the partner has to take on. So partners' views and learning curves. Some partners can bring themselves to become a nurse, to become that nurturer, to step outside themselves to care for somebody else. Where some partners actually may even be less attracted to them, to their loved one, because you know what, at the end of the day, this is not what they signed up for. So it can create social anxiety, stress overload. The person that's suffering with the IBS has new eating requirements. Can the partner adapt to that? You know, it can be really, really quite detrimental for some people for the IBS sufferer to have to give up bread. But then the partner who's not suffering from IBS is like, well, I'm not giving up bread. So the temptation is there, and the new eating requirements are in place, but there's no support system. Also, it's all about the partner accepting the uncontrollable body functions. I remember when I suffered from IBS myself, there were many times where I'd be in mid-conversation with my partner at the time, and all of a sudden I'd be like, oh, I've got to go to the toilet, and I'd just run off, and he'd get really, really antsy with me because he'd be like, I'm talking to you, and I'm like, yeah, but I need a shit, sort of thing, and I'd just run off, and he'd get really antsy about it, and then he started saying, well, every time you talk to me, you need to shit. So he was creating this anger and this resentment towards my IBS, which was creating more stress, which was then amplifying the IBS. So it was a vicious, vicious circle for not only myself, but my partner. So education is best. Work towards a solution as a team and create the support system that's stronger till this period of IBS bouts, Crohn's, things like that, till it starts to pass, because it's not forever. Good days are inevitable and they are coming. So the readjustments for life, will it make or break your relationship? Most IBS sufferers are stressed out people. They're burning a candle at both ends. Teaching the sufferer to slow down and to nurture themselves is a real eye-opener. Many people believe, I don't need to do this. Hi, Stephen, Anna and Mandy, how you all going? Give me some love hearts, let me know that you're there. So with the IBS people, they're usually pretty stressed out, and that stress is being loaded onto the partner. So I have clients whose relationships have broken down because the IBS sufferer couldn't control the extremely smelly farts, and the partner couldn't put up with it anymore. So getting the sufferer to actually relax and have self-worth is one of those things where people can go, oh, but I feel guilty when I take time out and things like that. But they need to have the time out. They need to relax more. So again, education is best for both parties working towards a solution. So here are some things that I recommend. Learn what your partner's stress triggers are and work together to solve them to make situations easier. That's what you are. You are a team, so work together. If you're not working with your partner as a team, you may need to learn about love languages. It's a wonderful thing to learn, and it can save your relationship, not only with your partner, but with yourself. It doesn't take much to open up your mind towards it and apply it into your relationship. There's many times where I will actually take my IBS sufferer through the IBS hypnosis protocol, then start to take them through some of their love languages, and then they start diverting that IBS identity to their relationship and saving their relationship, and the IBS actually dissipates. So love languages are a wonderful, wonderful thing to learn, and like I said before, not only for your partner, but for yourself, because love is only an emotion that you can give to yourself. Your partner is just the filter for that emotion. IBS can come and go in many shapes and forms. Don't take it on as your identity. You are much more than that. Tell your clients that. They are so much more than their IBS. Hi, Catherine. How you going, gorgeous? Your client is so much more than their IBS. What else are they? Amplify the better identities. Get the client to write them down and text them back to you so you can solidify it into their mind. They are so much more than the IBS, and, pun intended, IBS is a really shitty identity to take on. So grab your seat at our IBS training event that is near you. You can book online at pellandpalmer.com melbourne.com/events. So please, if you are coming to Melbourne, jump onto it now. We are only 3 weeks away. As of Saturday, we are all pumped, we are ready to go, and we only have 7 seats left, okay? So jump onto that. Hi, Catherine. So jump onto it now, okay? If you'd like to study it online, please tap the link in the YouTube channel, which is Pellan and Palmer. Subscribe over there so you can get your notifications and you can watch the videos and get free stuff as well. So join me every Thursday morning at 8 a.m. Next week, I'm going to be talking about pain, emotions, and IBS, how it's all interlinked and being amplified to a much, much more horrible outcome. I'll see you in the next video, everybody. Bye-bye. Mwah. Have an awesome day.